What up? So, in honor of Microsoft buying Bethesda, making that big old acquisition, I wanted to play some Skyrim. Got some Skyrim juices flowing. So, we're going to play the best version of Skyrim because there are many, many versions available. We're going to play the best version and take some footage while I do it. So, let's jump right into it. So, Alexa, play Skyrim.
Welcome back to Skyrim, adventurer. You were standing at a crossroads deciding where to go. In one direction is an ancient standing stone, in the other is a Nord village. Where would you like to go?
Nord Village. Let's go to the Nord
You meet an
Village.
Altmer hunter at the Nord village. He's lost an item of great sentimental value, an ancestral weapon. He begs you to retrieve it for him. Will you lend your aid to this desperate hunter?
Yes, I will lend my aid.
Will you lend your aid to this desperate hunter?
Yes.
You follow the quest marker to your destination. Your quest brings you to a fortress, battered by the northern cold. This would make a fine hideout for bandits, you realize. Do you charge into danger?
Yes.
You see a plate covered in coins resting on a table. You accidentally pick up the plate instead of the coins. The corpse of an ancient Nord rises up before you. It's a Draugr warrior. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Cast a spell.
Your frostbite chills the Draugr warrior.
Nice.
Your magicka swells with arcane power. Your magic skill has increased to level 4. The
Sweet.
Draugr warrior strikes you with its ancient sword. You take 6 damage.
Fuck.
What would you like to do?
Attack.
Fusro. Your mighty thum crashes into your foe. The Draugr warrior croaks one last breath. Defeated.
Fuck
You
yeah.
survived the battle.
Fuck
Your health is at 94.
yeah.
Your thum grows mighty. Your shout skill has increased to level 4. There are 2 paths before you, a heavy wooden door and a broken open gate. Which do you choose?
Heavy wooden door.
You move deeper into the fort. The walls still serve their purpose, even after years of neglect. An unnatural coldness creeps over you. An apprentice ice mage stands before you. He seems unsure of his skills. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your mace pounds the apprentice ice mage. The apprentice ice mage attacks, but misses. What would you like to do?
Bitch. Use a shout.
Fusro. Your unrelenting force
Boosh.
tosses the apprentice ice mage into the air. He crashes to the ground. The apprentice ice mage struggles to get up, briefly, then expires. Good riddance.
Bitch.
You survived the battle.
Bitch.
Your health is at 94. There are 2 ways forward, a winding hallway and a tapestry-lined hallway. Which do you choose?
Tapestry lined hallway. Sounds
You
interesting.
move deeper into the fort. A stone bridge leads to a wide platform. One more fight. Victory or Sovngarde. The sound of creaking bones alerts you to an armored skeleton warlord blocking your way. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout. Boosh.
Fusro. Unrelenting force smashes into your foe. The skeleton warlord attacks, but misses. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your flames sear the skeleton warlord. Your foe is nothing more than a smoldering heap. You survived the battle. Your health is at 94. You pick up the ancestral weapon, determined to return it to its rightful owner. You pull a lever and a path opens to the fort's entrance. How convenient.
Nice.
The Altmer hunter thanks you for retrieving his ancestral weapon. How could he live with it? As a reward, he gives you a wooden bucket. This looks like it might make a nice hat. You head out on the road. You steal a sweet roll while exploring, but feel guilty and return it to its rightful owner. After walking for a while, You arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a dusty old wood mill, in the other is a Nord village. Where would you like to go?
Dusty old mill.
Once at the dusty old wood mill, an imperial baker greets you. He tells you of the terrible evil lurking in a nearby mountain pass that has been terrorizing the dusty old wood mill. Will you lend your spell and steel to his cause?
Yes.
You
I
follow
shall
the
help
quest
you,
marker
Baker.
to your destination. This mountain looks dangerous. One misstep
No.
could spell disaster. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
A narrow bridge of ancient Nordic design stands before you. A wild-eyed forsworn blocks your path. He looks tough and totally psychotic. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Foos row. Your unrelenting force tosses the forsworn into the air. He crashes to the ground. Your foe has some resistance to that attack.
Oh shit.
The forsworn wildly swings his dual swords. You take 7 damage. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your flames burn the forsworn.
Burn them.
You stare at the sizzling remains lying lifeless before you, satisfied. You are victorious. Your health is at 93. There are 2 paths before you, a misty plateau and a natural stone bridge. Which do you choose?
Stone bridge.
You venture further up the mountain. As you ascend further, you catch the scent of juniper berries on the wind. You also smell trouble. You hear clicking. A large mud crab scuttles out from a puddle. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your frostbite chills the large mud crab.
Chill that little
The large mud crab snaps its pincers. You take 6 damage.
little bitch.
What would you like to do?
A little bitch. Use your attack with weapon.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Attack with weapon.
Your mace thoroughly pounds the
fucking
large mud crab. The large mud crab's dead shell clatters. If only you had time to make some steamed mud crab legs. You are victorious. Your health is at 87. Your skill with arms has increased to level 4. You ignore the useless junk in the large mud crab's inventory and find a flawless iron war axe.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
shiny. There are 2 ways forward, a dangerous detour trail and an exposed ridge. Which do you choose?
Dangerous detour.
You venture further up the mountain. Trudging through ankle-deep snow, you remind yourself to enchant some frost resistance onto your boots the next time you're in town. A bandit outlaw is sipping mead at a table. He attacks in a drunken rage. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Foos row. Your mighty thum crashes into your foe.
Fuck with me at the meat bar.
Your thum grows mighty.
Hell yeah.
Your shout skill has increased to level 5. The bandit outlaw jabs his dagger into your armor. You take 8 damage. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your war axe hacks the bandit outlaw.
Fuck.
Your foe is resistant to this type of attack.
Shit.
The bandit outlaw
me?
swings at you, but misses.
Damn it.
What would you like to do?
Fucking cast a spell.
Your flames burn the bandit outlaw. He combusts in flames, burning to a crisp. Well done. You are victorious. Your health is at 79. Your magic skill has increased to level 5. You have learned new spells.
Noise.
There are 2 ways forward, a treeless plateau and a windswept plateau. Which do you choose?
Treeless plateau.
You venture further up the mountain. A lone mountain goat races away as you approach. Your hair stands on end. An apprentice storm mage stands before you. He seems unsure of his skills. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your flames burn the apprentice storm mage. Your attack was not very effective.
Son of a
The
bitch.
apprentice storm mage unleashes a torrent of lightning from his palm. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Fusro. Your unrelenting force tosses the apprentice storm mage into the air. He crashes to the ground. The apprentice storm mage croaks one last breath.
Nice.
Defeated. You have triumphed.
Yes.
You have 69 health.
Ooh.
There are 2 ways forward, a misty plateau and a windswept plateau. Which do you choose?
Use a potion.
There are 2 ways forward, a misty plateau and a windswept plateau. Which do you choose?
Whatever. Alexa, stop.
Safe travels, adventurer.
Thank you. By the 9. That was fun. So that is the best version of Skyrim. If you don't believe me, you're a freaking idiot, okay? Best version. Thank you, Bethesda, for everything you've given us. Later.